What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Monkey Flop here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to game share in 2019. We're going to be discussing some of the issues that you might run into, such as games getting locked. We're also going to do a full tutorial on how to game share, and then also talk about potential bans and risks that you're running as far as game sharing. Now, the first thing that I actually wanted to cover really quickly was how to game share, because that's one of the most popular questions that I get a lot of times. Now, this is going to be an updated video to some of the videos I already have, and this is going to be a good resource for me to point my subscribers to this video if they have questions about game sharing. It's a little bit easier to do it that way. So I do appreciate your guys' support with the comments and the likes in the video description. You know, it has a bunch of other links as well, so make sure you guys check that out. So first thing that I actually wanted to do is tell you guys about game sharing. Let's say you have two PS4s at home. This is the safest way to actually game share, is if you have two PS4s at home. Madam Eve has one PS4, I have the other PS4. If I want to share my games with her, I can log into my account on her PS4 and activate it as a primary PS4. And then if I want her games, then I can log into her PS4, which I'm doing right now, go into settings and go into account management, and then go into activators primary PS4. When you do that, so what I just did was I activated her account on my PS4. That will gain me access to all of her games, and any user that I have logged into this PS4 will have access to her games as well. So I hope that answered your guys' question. Now, there is an issue. So what I'm going to show you guys really quickly is the issue that occurs a lot of times, and which will actually get you temporarily banned from the PlayStation Network. And this ban usually lasts about like 2 to 3 hours. And what happens is, I'm going to show you guys, I'm logged into another PS4 right now. I'm going to log into Madam Eve's account, and boop, I press the button, and I'm logged into the other PS4 on her account. And this one is saying that Lady Eve has signed into the PlayStation Network with another PS4 and has been logged out of this PS4. So the issue that occurs a lot of times is if you are going through and trying to download games, and let's say the other person wants to access their account, the thing that you'll need to do is have really good communication, because what you just saw there is a big issue and can get you banned for a couple of hours. And what I'm going to show you guys really quickly too is I can actually go. Why did it log into my account? That's funny. I can actually go into her account and activate it on the other end. Even though this PS4 is activated as a primary PS4, I can go in and deactivate it and activate it on the other PS4. And what people have found out is if you do that, you can actually gain access to game share with up to 3 PS4s. Now, this is something that I definitely don't recommend, because, you know, once you do it after a couple of times, you will get, you know, an error, which I'm going to show you guys really quickly. So you can actually try this on your PS4, you know, a couple of times, and it won't have any effect on it whatsoever. But what we're actually going to do is I'm going to log back into Madam Eve's account on this PS4, and then I'm going to log into her account on the other PS4, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to activate it as a primary PS4. As you guys can see on your screen, that I have logged out Madam Eve because I'm logged into the other PS4. We are going to go into activate it as a primary PS4. It is now activated. So let's go ahead and go back in and log back into Madam Eve's account on this PS4. And I'm doing this as an example so that way you guys can see. On my other PS4, I get the same notice that you guys just got. So we're going to go into settings. We're going to go into account management. And this is what I'm talking about. So, you know, if you do this just a couple of times, and let's say another PS4 is activated as a primary PS4, you want to switch it back, but you don't have access to that PS4, you can actually do it here. So you can click the button, but the problem is if you do this too many times, then it will no longer allow you to do it. As you guys can see right there, currently you have another PS4 activated as a primary PS4. Do you want to change this? So we're going to go ahead and hit change, and it says cannot activate this system as your primary PS4. Because I just recently logged in and out so many times, it's, you know, given PlayStation a red flag, like, hey, there's something kind of crazy going on here. So I have lost privileges of being able to activate and deactivate from another PS4. Don't worry, though, because I can simply just go back onto Madam Eve's account, log back in, and go in and deactivate it from this PS4. If ever you are completely locked out of your account for whatever reason, or you cannot activate it as a primary PS4 because another PS4 is activated and you no longer have access to it, you can go on to PlayStation's official website and you know, deactivate all of the consoles. I have a separate video on that, and you guys can definitely go and check that out. So here we go. I'm going to deactivate it on this PS4, so that way you guys don't like freak out like, oh man, you lost privileges for like ever. You know, you just lose the privilege of being able to remote, you know, deactivate, which is a big bummer. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to be talking about like potential bans in just a second. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I wanted to show you guys really quickly that I can reactivate her account with no problem whatsoever. Another issue that we run across sometimes is, let's say I'm playing a game and, you know, playing a game on her account, and then she logs in on her PS4 and then logs me out. You can potentially get, you know, a slight a ban, which will last about a couple of hours. So if you notice that your games are currently locked, you try to restore your licenses and absolutely nothing's working, then what you're going to need to do is just wait it out. Like literally just wait for the time to expire, because these are known things that have happened in the past, to me especially. So that's one thing to look out for is if all of a sudden you get logged out because somebody else logged in, and then your games are locked, and you try to restore licenses, and it just tells you that it's waiting to verify the licenses. You'll just have to wait it out, unfortunately. But it only lasts about like 2 to 3 hours, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just know in the future, communication is key, especially if you're game sharing. Make sure you guys communicate with each other and let each other know, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna log in to my account. Are you using it? Just so that way we don't get banned. Now, another thing is, I don't recommend you guys type in the chat and say, yo, Monkey Flop, I have these games and I want to share. Anybody interested? Don't game share with other people that you don't know. I only personally game share with my own PS4s. Other people game share with relatives. And people have asked me before, if I live in Los Angeles and my cousin lives in New York, can we still game share? Will there be any issues? And the simple answer is no. You know, it doesn't matter the distance and how far you're game sharing from. It will pick up IP addresses, and it will pick up and detect, like, you know, if you are the one like logging in and logging out constantly, then that can be an issue. So if you guys are game sharing, and just make sure you keep the accounts activated and don't touch them, because another issue that can happen is if you log in and log out and log in and log out and deactivate and activate, that can cause issues, and that can cause your PlayStation 4 account to get banned. Another way that you can get your account banned is if somebody hacks into your account, and the easiest way to do that is if you give them your username and password to game share. That's why I don't recommend you guys game share. I've seen so many comments where they're like, yo, game share with me. I got these games and I'm willing to, game share if you got these games. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. But I hope this information's helped you guys out. I wanted to spend a little bit of time explaining it to you guys. It's going to be an unedited video, so that way you guys can, see exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And if you guys do appreciate these videos, make sure to like, comment down below. Support your boy! And I will see you guys in the next news update. You guys are awesome.